always knowing right from wrong, and for the most part, always been able to decipher what I should or should not be doing. And now that I'm a parent, I realize that having and enforcing a set of rules is an extremely important part to an orderly and functional household. And any trader that wants to make it for the long haul must also have a strict set of rules and make sure we stick to them. Because at the end of the day, what good are rules, even if we break them maybe 2 to 3 times a year? You know, there's nothing worse to me personally than taking a loss in the market that can wipe out weeks or maybe even months of trading. You feel like the last several weeks or months got simply flushed down the toilet. You know, you spend day in, day out grinding out wins, grinding out trades, only to have everything, you know, be wiped out. It can be mentally demoralizing and very hard to get your mind back on reset. You know, it's the financial part of the loss that hurts the most, but the mental and emotional part can be just as bad, because if you're not trading with a free and clear mind, you may as well go long. That's how even some great traders can get caught up in a vicious cycle. Once the losses start, they almost don't know how to get themselves out of it. That's why I think it's so important to get themselves to stick to your rules and limit your losses. You know, one of the great benefits of being a trader is that we're our own boss. We work from home, and for the most part, we answer to nobody. It's really everybody's dream job. But you know, on the flip side, there's nobody there to hold us accountable. So let's say we all were to work for a company. It doesn't matter whether it's big or small. And 2 to 3 times a year, we bend the rules. Or 2 to 3 times a year, we just make that same mistake over and over again. And we cost this company tens of thousands or possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars. What would that company say to you? You know, most likely you'd be out of a job. That's why it's so important as self-employed individuals, traders, we hold ourselves accountable for our actions. Now, as a trader, I realize the most important thing I can do on a daily basis is preserve my capital. Taking excessive risk, taking on marginal trades, or adding to losing trades is an easy way for losses to add up. You know, sometimes as traders, we're always focusing on the next big setup. How much are we going to make on VERI? How much are we going to make on this? How much did I make last week or last month? But how often we focus on what we're doing poorly? How often we focus on our losses? You know, I think our losses can be a great tool to help us create some rules. I think our losses, you know, can help us study and say, hey, this is what I don't want to do again. This is what I don't want to do in the future. You know, the thing about trading, it's a very tough profession. I think the stats are something like 90 to 95% of traders fail. And why do they fail? They don't fail because of a lack of winning setups or lack of wins. They fail because of their losses. They fail because they just take too many losses too frequently, or just that one big loss. I mean, that's the thing. In the market, one loss can wipe you out and end your career. That's where a good set of rules can either make you or break you for the long haul. Now, trading can be a difficult profession. For that, we sit in front of our computers all day long, and we feel unproductive if we're not always in a trade or pushing buttons. You know, we follow traders on Twitter who tweet a new idea or ticker every 35 seconds, and we say, hey, that guy trades 80 to 90 tickers a day. I need to do the same thing. No, I think that's BS. I think you should not do the same thing. I think you need to stick with your high probability setups, the setups you know you're going to be profitable on. I'd say at least 75, 80, hopefully 90% of the time. Now, sometimes it can be hard to sit on your hands and be patient, wait for those setups. But why chase subpar setups? You know, why chase boredom trades? Why put good money after bad? Now, how many of us here of traders have followed a chat room, a Twitter, or a friend into an idea that we knew was not a high probability setup for our own trading style? Now, we all have different trading styles here. What works for you may not work for me. Personally, I'm a terrible long bias trader. If and when I ever do go long, I take profits extremely fast, knowing that a lot of times profits can just get away from me pretty quick. I don't have the patience nor the conviction, you know, to hold them. That's why month after month, year after year, I personally get more strict about the trades that I place. I probably place half the amount of trades I did maybe just 5 years ago, but I make way more money. Why? Because I trade the high probability setups that I know I'm going to be profitable at 80 to 90% of the time. I like to use size with those trades, and I have very strict rules when it comes to cutting losses. Now, have rules, or at least we should. How many of us use stops? I mean, stops are a must. I mean, we all have to use stops. Now, I personally rarely use hard stops, but I have mental stops on every position that I take. Basically, if something's breaking support or resistance, I usually just exit that. And I think most of us here need to have a mental idea in our head of where we're going to exit a trade How many of us here have ever been in a losing trade and we're down something small, maybe $5,000, and we think, I'm not going to cut it. You know, I feel like this is going to be a winner, and we add to that trade. An hour later, we're down $20,000 to $30,000, and we think, wow, it's hard to, you know, I can't cut it now. We hold it to the afternoon. Maybe tomorrow it gaps up. We're down $70,000, $80,000, $100,000, and we think, what the heck just happened? I mean, I could have cut that loss yesterday for $3, $4, $5 grand. Now I've given up 10, maybe 20% of my year just by being stubborn. Think about how much more money we could make at the end of the year if we just stick to some simple rules and cut our losses at an appropriate place. Now, for me personally, I very rarely enter a trade, unless it's with starter size, something really small, unless I know I'm going to be in the money immediately. You know, I ask the question, why would you ever enter a trade knowing it's going to go against you? And you say, well, I'll just ask you to do that. You know, I personally like to be right on my first entry, and if I for a re-entry. You know, the last thing I want to do, again, is be stubborn, refuse to cut a loss, add to losers, and before you know it, you've given up 10, 20, maybe 30% of your year on any particular setup. I see so many traders that can consistently make money month after month after month, only at the end of the year realize they were stubborn on 3 to 4 tickers, and they gave up, you know, maybe 20 to 30% of the year. Now let's talk about being stubborn for a minute. Why is it that we refuse to cut losses? Is it that sometimes we refuse to be wrong? Or has the research we've done on any particular stock made us so overly biased that we think the market is wrong and we are right? Or did we possibly take on too much size overnight on a low float stock that's opened dramatically against us? You know, there's numerous reasons we take losses in the market, and a majority of them are our fault. I mean, sure, there can be unexpected news or events, but at the end of the day, I think it's our stubbornness that leads to some of our biggest losses. Now, I personally have a lot of rules in my trading. I've already went over a couple of them. Most of them are just ingrained in my head. I know I'm just like walking, talking, eating, and sleeping. I don't even have to think about them. But I'll go over quick, you know, a couple of my top rules again real quick. I like to trade the best setups out there. Setups that I know I'm going to be profitable on 80 to 90% of the time. And I like to use size with those setups. You know, I ask a question. If you see a setup and you say, hey, 9 out of 10 times I'm going to make money on this setup, why would you not want to put big money behind that trade? You know, why would you not want to? I think the risk reward is definitely on your side there. I think, you know, for me personally, the big money's in the big wins. I'm not going to get rich scalping. It's just not for me. And I certainly know I'm not going to lose money on boredom trades because I just don't play them. You know, if the setup's not there, I sit on my hands. If not, I'll just leave for the day. I never feel forced to trade. Second, never ever add to losing trades. You know, there's a reason the trade is going against you. You're wrong. I mean, it's all there is to say. You need to exit that trade and look for re-entry. And third, take profits on winning trades. You know, I always scale out of positions. Let's say I'm short 50,000 shares of a position and it's reached maybe 70% of my target. I like to take at least a third off right there. Always locks them in. Falls another 10, 15, 20 cents. Take another 10, 15,000 shares off, whatever. You know, if you had a big loss last week, don't ever revenge trade. You know, you really have to have a free and clear mind to trade in the markets. The biggest one of all, lastly, is cut losses, cut losses, cut losses. And I think as traders, if we can create a good list of rules with strict stop loss management, I think at the end of the day, we can become more profitable traders.
Not even just Forex journey, but your day trading journey will be filled with ups and downs. But the longer you stick with it, you will have your breakout moment. Story number 9. And at that time, I took another course, right? We're in November, and I took that course. It took me about a week and a half to like go through everything. I used to binge watch courses, which I don't even recommend now with my own course, but I used to binge watch them. And after a week and a half, I realized I was combining too much material, right? I was trying to combine beat the market maker with price action trading, with baby pips, you know, and their information, with no indicator and naked trading, with indicator trading, with institute. I was trying to do like so many different things, and I realized, like, I literally tried to combine this with this, with this, with this strategy. I wasn't trying to take bits and pieces. I was literally trying to combine and use the strategies that all of them were doing. And I sat down and realized, you know, I need to realize what works for me, what pairs, you know, work for me, right? Obviously, when I'm trading in that entire first year, there were some pairs that I obviously made.
can't stay away from you too long. Even if I do, I'll always call.
Hope you can find someone to love you better than I did. Taking our memories on love and treating it like nothing. Taking our memories on love and treating it like gossip. It's my love for my grandmother make me gentle when I care for you.
Mic check, mic check. What's good, Siraj?
Tell me you're falling out of love, just breaking my heart in two. I just don't want to let him back. Almost like
stuck,
you
bro.
can have to make you happy.
What's good? What's going on? What's going on, man?
You telling me you falling out of love with me.
Let me make my face get a little smaller. That shit big as fuck.
Hope you can find someone to love you better than I did. You telling me you falling out of love with me. Hope you can find someone to love you better than I did.
That's a little better.
It's my love for my grandmother make me gentle when I care for you.
Alright, we go. That's a little better. Let's go though.
Hey, I could never be nobody #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your
Yo, Stan, I got you. I got you.
can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan.
Your music is clearer and louder than your voice. Let me see. It should be better now.
You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you be stepping with a size 7 man zone? This
Let's get into the breakdowns though, man. Hi-choo! Excuse me. Damn. Excuse me. Alright, so we'll go based off of current price. Thank you. We have this lower high here. Going to change this to some bullish structure on daily time frame. Let's note that this was our previous lower low. This level of support here. We're currently above the level of our previous level of support though. And we have some daily support right here. Let's go to the 4 hour. Bring that a little bit more up there. Clean it up a little bit. Bring this down some. This is clean. Alright, let's go on 1 hour. It's not as clean on the 1 hour. Let's go back to the 4 hour real quick. We'll actually draw out the zone. Alright, we got can't ignore this level of support right here. The resistance here. Let's go to the 30-minute. So now the question is, are we coming up to retest here, or is this the retest? This up here could potentially be the retest for breaking retest, or we could just continue going up above this level here. So I want to take buys on gold. I would take them above here, I guess, for the 30-minute closure.
Okay, but what about everything he's done to protect illegal immigrants?
And as far as sells, if I want to sell, I'll wait for a breaker structure on the lower time frames, like 15-minute or 5-minute. So we got some equal highs here. Equal highs here on the 15-minute. This we have a lower low down here. If I take some sells, I'll take the sells down here.
So Biden can still count on your vote, right?
30-minute close in another minute. 50 seconds. Overall, I want to sell. I feel more comfortable selling than I do buying here, because buying would be a breakout, selling would be a break and retest. But if the buys show, if they call, we start to trade up to the upside for the buys, then I'm just gonna take the buys. But ideally, I do want to take the sell. I do rather sell than buy right now. And if I do take the sells, we have potential for 160 pip TP. If I keep stop loss above here, I can have a 60 pip stop loss. If I go on a even lower time for like a 5-minute, I could probably have a tighter stop loss. This is a big range though. It could at least be a 1 to 2, at least, to the least, for like a risk to reward setup. I mean, as far as the risk to reward goes. So what I want to see, this same pattern form. I see this same pattern form right here. Then I'll take my sells below here. As far as gold, traffic to the left hand side is not the cleanest right here, but look, it's starting to get a little more clean right here. On the higher time frames, I am pretty sure it's more clean. So yes, on the higher time frames, it's more clean. That's what I think about gold. And as far as the buy side, if we start to trade to the upside, we got a potential 115 pips. Potentially a 40 pip stop loss. That's 115, 40. That's about a 1 to 3. If I end up taking buys here. Alright, let's check on GJ. This is GJ chart from yesterday. We will clear it, start all over. Fresh chart. Alright, so we did close below this previous higher low from the bullish market we was in. We're now trading within this range here on the daily time frame. Let's go on a 4-hour to see what it looks like. All right, we're trading below here. We haven't quite came up to full retest yet, so we could potentially take some buys to target up here for the retest, for it then to continue down. But I don't know if that's what's gonna happen, or we could just continue coming down here to fill in the range. but we haven't quite had the retest just yet. We're creating equal lows here. It's really struggling to break this level here. Let's see what this level looks like on the to the left side. So I will say this is a minor level. Check the higher time frames. Okay, maybe this level not so minor. We have a level of oh no. We're gonna leave it like that. Alright, we're tapping to this level of support right here. We're currently within this range. When you take an entry, inform me because nowadays you are not showing your account. I got you. No, because my account is not on my computer. Well, I got two different accounts. The accounts I've been trading on, one of them is on my phone here. On my phone. It's not on the computer. And the other account is my other account is this account here. Alright, but I have to look at this account because I'm looking at two accounts. So when I take my trades, that's why I have two monitors. I'm taking a trade on this account and I'm watching this on this monitor, like on to my right, and I'm also watching it on my phone here. But I like to look at TradingView as well, so I gotta have all of them up at the same time. I didn't even make it. Oh yes, I did. If I do take sells, I want to take a sells below here with the closure. As far as buys, buys above here. Check go to low time frame is moving. Even if it's moving, I'm not taking a trade until my alerts is hit. I'm getting tired of that song though. If we fail to break above here, and we start to see this pattern form up here, and then break the lows, I'll take the sell up here. Like, I'll take that. If that happens. Did you end up taking that GJ sell that I was talking about yesterday though? Before I got off? Where was it at? Damn, I don't remember where it was at. Where was my trade at? I took sales up here. No, I took sales right here. Oh, no, I took sales up here. But it continued down here. So where was that GJ setup I was describing? May 2nd during, I think it was New York. I forgot where that shit was at, bruh. Was it up here? Fuck, hold on. I don't remember where it was at. Alright, it was this. Why can't I hear nothing? Oh.
Right? Because I'm not gonna give you something that I'm not personally taking.
Do you remember this from yesterday?
Give you something that I don't personally take. So what I can do is I can tell you what to look for, and you execute on your own. But as of that, you give me a trade. I'm not calling them myself because I'm done. I hit that TV, hit 5 TP today. But I feel like I think what I think the market's going to do. So with that being said, with GJ, we hit TP to a GJ. I think GJ is going to do a pullback up here to retest the level to continue down. As we're going lower time frame to get in detail about what's going on.
Did you know taking the setup I gave yesterday before I got off?
Alright, so okay, so GJ,
I had said you could take it on your own, but I'm not taking it because I was getting off.
GJ right now, it's the same setup I just took on gold, right? Let me run it down for you. Right. So GJ, as you can see, GJ creating these equal lows right here, right? We overall trending bears, right? But we close below this low. We close below this level of support, making a new resistance, and never retested it, right? Keep that in mind. Also, we have 30-minute candle here with no top wick. Keep that in mind. So now we have to come up to make some kind of wick here because we never made wick, so price is going to come up at some point in time. And also, another component that is going to come up, we never retested this level, right? We have to close it below and the price push down. The next candlestick just push down and fill the previous candlestick wick. We never retested the level for a real retest, right? Now that we have the breakout, we need a retest. So you want to go on lower time frame and see what's going on. So lower time frame is created this equal low, right? Let me put that back. Let's go to 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute time frame, we created these equal lows right here, right? Lower low, lower high. Created these another lower low right here, or equal lows on higher time frame, lower low on the 1 minute time frame. But we broke above this previous lower high structure, right? Starting to trend up. Now that I know we broke above this lower high structure, starting to trend up, I'm already out of the straight. But now that shows me we have potential to come up here and tap into this zone for the retest. To then take a sell position, but you don't want to just take a sell just because you want to see confirmation first. So stand on 1 minute or 3 minute time frame and wait for higher high to form, a higher low. But you want to break for the previous higher high that you broke. Once the previous high broken, it'll confirm this higher low in the 1 minute time frame, and then you will take the sell entry at the break of the 1 minute higher low structure with stop loss above the previous higher high structure, right? And then you can target the lows down here for 1 to 2. Or for a bigger R to R, target the next level of support resistance on the higher time frame, which will be down here for potential 1 to 5 and 1 to 6. So right, this literally is the exact same setup I just took on gold, right? Hey man, look man, I can't make it up. This is after my live trading session, right? I'm done trading for today. I can't make it up. I just did a video breakdown of what I think about DJ, and as you can see, it played out to a T, bro. Played out to a T. We had them equal. Lower low, lower high, lower low here. Price broke above. Came back down to reset the big T up, come tap into the zone to make we didn't fight tap into the zone, but like I said, I wanted to see a breaker.
But yeah, I think that was that was right here. But the break, the retest, yeah, that was right here. That was this retest. Let's go to 1 minute. I think this was it. Yeah, this was it right here. Oh yeah, I gave you the breakdown before I got off. I said it's up to you to take the trade yourself. I'm done trading for today. But we have the equal lows here. If you want to take a trade, wait for we start to form higher highs and higher lows and lower time frames, which is 1 minute, and take the sells at the break of structure to the left hand side to see if price could potentially continue down. So entry could have been here. Stop loss above here for 15 pip stop loss, or even if you want to go above the range for a 20 pip stop loss. And for the next level of support will be down here for a 1 to 1.4 to potentially hold the trade for target the bottom of the new support, which would have hit to 1 to 5. So if you would have took this setup yesterday, you would have hit for 1 to 5. That was that trade. If I was getting off the charts, I would have took it my damn self. Cause that setup was clean as fuck. Put the music back on. That's my name. Take my name. So far this current 30-minute candle has, does it? It has a small bottom wick. I always say we had no bottom wick, so I was thinking about taking sales at the flip. So I lost above here. Something like this. We could flip and close below. Something like that. Potential 1 to 6. That'll be fire. But now, because we already got a bottom wick, I'm just wait for a 30-minute closure. It's 15 minutes, so not in no rush. Yeah, whatever she want. Whatever she want. I'll be back. Get some eat real quick.
recombinant adjuvanted is now $0 for almost everyone.
Shingrix is $0 for almost everyone.
Yeah.
What about for people with Medicare Part D?
Yes, Shingrix is now $0 for people with Medicare Part D.
What about privately insured people?
Yes, Shingrix is now $0 for 95% of privately insured people.
Then I'll need to ask my doctor or pharmacist about Shingrix today.
See Shingrix.com for details. Sponsored by GSK.
Just because you wrestle alligators for a living doesn't mean you should have the skin of one. Say goodbye to dry and cracked skin with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash with vitamin B3. Made for 24/7 renewing moisturization with daily use. With scents of vanilla and shea, people will think you've taken up candle making as one of your hobbies. And there is nothing wrong with that. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. Shop Old Spice now.
Let's see what we got going on here.